Okay, let's start off by creating a new Toonz raster level, and we'll call this path, and hit OK. And let's come down here to our raster tab and get a brush. I'm going to do this little 2B pencil right here. And let's just double check. Okay, let's knock this down to 0. And now let's just get some kind of path in here. Okay, so I'm going to maybe go from, I'm just going to eyeball it, 7 to 7. See the 7 line right here? And that's close enough. And we can do a path down like this, and a line down like this. Okay, and this will be our path that the character walks on. And I'm going to rough it up a little. I want it to have this kind of sketchy look. So I'm just going to come in here, just give it a once over like this. And this will give it that kind of wiggly, sketchy look. Okay, and go ahead and kind of clean it up as we go. But not too much. I still want to have this real wiggly, sketchy look. Okay, so that's our path. So let's come in here to our column and name this P for path. And now let's insert 4 frames. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll come down here to 5 and let's go ahead and save. We'll come to frame 5 and just start drawing. Okay, and let's turn on onion skinning on 1, just so we can see where that path is. So I thought it'd be neat if the path is looping on like 4s. Every 4 frame you see a drawing, and then, you know, the character can walk on either 1s or 2s. And it might give some interesting texture to the whole animation. Okay, so let's go 4 frames, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now at frame 9, let's start drawing. I'm just going to do the same thing. Kind of sketchy. And I like to rotate my canvas to go with my wrist, the natural arc of my wrist. I just find it way easier to kind of sketch things like this. And I'm using a 22 HD Wacom Cintiq. This is my drawing tablet. So let's auto renumber these. That way the drawing matches the frame number. And let's come down here to 32, double click and hit 1, enter. And this will loop us back to this first drawing, okay? And let's move this stop marker up, because when we start animating the texture on the path, we want to see where we're going to, okay? So if we start on frame 1, let's zoom in a little, and let's do these just kind of like bumpy little rocks, and you could make it however you want. I'm just going to do kind of these patterns of 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, okay. So that's frame 1. So let's come down here to frame 6, and these rocks are moving towards that 1 point perspective, okay? So they're gonna kind of come closer together, And they're going to get a little smaller as they move. And I'm trying to see the spacing in between here, okay, the previous drawing and what I'm drawing with now. And we'll see if that's enough or if we need to do more. So let's go to 11. Okay, this is frame 11. We're just kind of tracking each one of these textures, these pebble mounds down the path. Okay, so let's go to 19. 23. 27. Okay, and then back to 1. Okay, so if we hit play, it's going to look like that. So they're moving forward, right? But we need to get them back to that looping stage. So if we go to frame 32 and click on the far left, we can set an onion skin, right? So no matter what frame we're on, we always see frame 32. So now we're going to animate backwards. So we're going to go to frame 27 and do the 3 like this. Okay. And we're going to do these 2 bumps over here like that. So they're coming towards us because we're working backwards on the timeline. So if we go to frame 23, maybe you just see them for a second and you don't see those. And so this single bump is going to come back here and then here and then here. And you could turn on onion skinning just to make sure we're in line. Okay, so I'm at frame 32 and I'm going back to 27. And so this one, go there, now frame 23. So I'm tracking this little mound of rocks right now. Until I get back to frame 1. Okay, and maybe it's off screen at frame 1. So now let's do this one right here, these 3. So there's frame 1. So let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, they're getting closer to us, so they're getting bigger. Okay. So let's see what else we need to track. One, two, three, four, 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then those are coming back. Okay, and see with onion skinning on, you can see them get off path a little. So let's fix that. There we go. So let's hit play and just see how it feels. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So now we can go in here and color it and add a background, add our character, and until next time, happy animating, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.